On this episode, I am talking to sellers. If you're on the fence about selling your house in 2018, you are gonna wanna watch this episode. Coming up. Welcome, I'm your host, Steve Pinate, realtor and host of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show, where we bring you value, content, and tips in all things real estate and housing related. So on this episode, I am talking to sellers. As we are entering 2018, guess what? Supply is at a historical low. As a matter of fact, we started 2018 with 14% less listings on the market compared to 1 year ago. What does that mean? It means that your house could be sitting in a seller's market, and here are 2 reasons why you should be selling your house in 2018. Number 1, supply is still low. As we entered 2018, according to the Cromford report, supply is at a 14% less than it was 1 year ago. What does that mean for you, the seller? That means that your house could be sitting in a seller's market. It could be the only house being sold on the block or in the neighborhood. So oftentimes what we see in a seller's market, it could be one house with 4 buyers. On the buyer end, it gets competitive, but for you, the seller, you have the upper hand. That means you could come out on the winning end when it comes to selling your house. Sit down with your real estate agent, look at the markets where your house is currently located, come to a strategic plan, put your house on the market, and get the most for it. Number 2, prices have consistently gone up the past few years. That probably means that you as the seller are sitting on equity. If you purchased your house a couple years ago, your house is worth more than what you purchased for. That means that you can sell your house and walk away with the profits you have made. Sit down with your real estate agent, gather up some comparables, and from that you can see what your house is currently valued at compared as to where you purchased it at. So if you have been on the fence about selling your house, that could be an incentive to use that money to help you get your next house, or use that money for other purposes you might have. Well, that wraps up episode number 61 of the Steve Talks Real Estate Show. We are going to be putting out every piece of information you need in 2018, whether you are buying a house, selling a house, flipping a house, whatever your real estate needs. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have so much more on there. Keep sending in your questions, and I will do my best to keep answering them. We'll see you next time.